Well, hello, friends. Hey, Mike Falkenstine here with 1A Catalyst, and so glad to be with you via video today. Since I haven't been out doing much traveling and being with many of you personally, I thought, boy, here towards the middle of December, before we get to the end of the year, I'd give you a quick video update. Not only a 2023 update, but looking forward to the new year. I'm really excited about all that God is doing. And, as I've been telling people about 2024, ministry-wise, I'm going to have certainly more to do than what I'll have actual time to do. But, that allows me to prioritize what it seems like God is prioritizing. And so very, very excited. So I wanted to give you this quick update. Before I do, a quick thank you so much to those of you who are partnering with us in one way or another. And yes, that is those financial partners of ours, but then we also have people that have committed to pray for us, people that are advocating for all our resources and training, people that are using it in Sunday school classes and community groups. And so to all of you who partner with us in one way or another, let me be the first one to say thank you. We sure appreciate you. I really appreciate you. And I'm very thankful that we get to do this together. I'm really excited. So in giving you an update, this is actually my second take at this. The last time I did this earlier today, it was a 26-minute overview. And probably not many of you want to sit and listen and watch me for 26 minutes. So I'm going to try to be tighter. I'm going to try to do this faster. So hopefully 10 minutes or less is my goal. So we'll see. So two things I want to update you on. Of course, a quick personal update and then a ministry update looking both at 2023 and some of what happened and then looking forward to 2024. So personal wise, really two things to update you on. One, of course, many of you know, in July of this year, I was diagnosed with pulmonary embolism, which is blood clots in the lungs, which can be quite serious. Depending on the study that I've read, they say, between, 20 to 30% of the people who get pulmonary embolism, it's actually a fatal diagnosis. And so very thankful that it wasn't for me. And not only was it not that for me, I'm actually continuing to get better. Heart rate is good. Lungs are good. Fatigue is getting better. And so, yeah, I'm really excited. And obviously, as some friends have said, which I agree, God must have wanted you to keep at it, Mike, for a bit longer. And so very thankful for that. And so I am doing better. I'm happy to report. And so family-wise, really just two things. My wife, Sherry, continues to do well at her job at Andy's Frozen Custard, and general manager, works with a lot of teenagers, which, she really considers that to be kind of a main ministry for her. And so she's doing well. And then the other big piece there, of course, is, we have three kids. Sherry and I have three kids. Our oldest got married. Sarah Elizabeth got married September 1st of this year. And so her now husband, Dante, has been a welcome addition to the family. We are enjoying not only getting to know him, but also enjoying getting to know his family as well. So his family lives only about an hour south of us. So we see them from time to time, and they're sweet people. And so, so we're very blessed and very thankful. So in terms of the ministry, of course, with a serious diagnosis like pulmonary embolism, I did not accomplish everything that I wanted to accomplish. But, leading up to the diagnosis in July, I was able to do a ton of podcast and YouTube content. So be sure to check out our podcast, which is called the Catalytic Podcast, and you'll get that anywhere that you get podcasts. And then our YouTube channel, if you just look up 1A Catalyst, you will find the YouTube content as well. And so very excited about that medium and all that God is doing there. Of course, really the other main thing for 2023 is that after the diagnosis, I was really homebound. And so I took that opportunity to write a new book. And so, is it over here? Yeah, it's over here. So you'll see the cover right here. The book is called Searching for a Biblical Church, a how-to guide. And so very excited about this book. A lot that I could say about it. I'm probably going to save some of that for the leading up to the release, January 8th of 2024. And so, I think if I were to give you the sentence or two about the book, it is that, I believe that we have in the Bible an inspired, infallible, and authoritative Word of God. And so if that's true, if we believe that's true, then certainly in our churches, we should be using it for kind of our day-to-day, how do we do things in the church, right? And so this idea of we're searching for a biblical church, it's really made for congregation members to be able to go, all right, here's 6 characteristics of what a biblical church looks like. I can kind of look at my own church and see how they're doing. Oh, they're doing well in these 3 areas. They need some work, some help for congregation members to approach your leadership and say, hey, together, let's do this a little bit more biblically. And so I'm just excited. It could just be a very impactful book. The reviews that I'm getting already have been quite good. And so I'm excited about that. A lot of pastors have been reading it, seminary people, and a few lay congregation members. And so the reviews have been quite good. And so I'm really excited about that. So be looking for that in the first, what is that? The 8th day of the new year. The new book will be released. And so I'm quite excited. So, let's see what else. Oh, so internationally, of course, in February of this, of 2023, where is she? There she is. So we were able to release the Indonesian version of my book on the 6 marks of a disciple of Jesus. That followed, of course, and I have it right here, the Portuguese version, which has already been finished. The Kenyan version is being worked on. Chinese is about 80% done. And so a lot to be said about this international work. But here's what we're finding, if I were to summarize it. What we're finding is that there are groups of Christians around the world who've said, hey, we accepted Christ. Now what? What do we do with that? How do we live that out? And so that book, I think, is very uniquely equipped to be able to help people to go, all right, a disciple of Jesus does these 6 things. Here's how you do it. Here's the first steps towards victory in this area. And so very excited about that. Kind of the big news there is that I think in these places where God has given us teams of people, we're going to be looking to 2024 and beyond to start hiring a country director. So let's just take Indonesia, for example. There is almost an unlimited amount of work for us at 1-8 Catalyst to do, and an ocean of need in Indonesia. And, I want to hire a country director to be the one to kind of do the 1-8 Catalyst ministry there. They're going to understand that better. They are Indonesian. They speak Indonesian. I don't know Indonesia very well, nor do I know Kenya very well, nor Brazil. I know China pretty well, but, we'll have some folks working with us there. So very excited about that. The work internationally. There's some new work internationally that we are going to look into. A colleague of mine has invited me to come to Turkey. So in March of 2024, I'll be going to Turkey, doing some teaching on another book of mine, The 6 Marks of a Church that makes disciples. And so that's what they've requested. The Turkish pastors have requested, and so excited about that. Over the last few years, I've been getting to know a friend, Maxie, who's a ministry leader in a country, a Pacific Ocean country called Tonga. And so he's invited me to come do some teaching. They'll probably end up translating the book as well. And so the really difficult thing about Tonga is that Tonga is nowhere near here, and it's hard to get to. So you have to go to New Zealand, for example, to get to Tonga. I've been making some contacts in New Zealand and Australia, and so I'll kind of make those rounds. Of course, the nice thing about those countries is that those are English-speaking countries, and so we're praying diligently that God would show us, how our resources and training could be used in those places to help those countrymen, those Christians, to grow spiritually towards reaching their world for Christ. On the way to Turkey, I'll be stopping in England, and so I've been making some contacts there, and so very excited about that. Kind of two final things in terms of the ministry. Many of you know, about a year and a half ago, I started talking about creating a new resource pool, a new resource category for 1A Catalyst, which is getting into the documentary film business. And so I am really excited about that. Of course, the pulmonary embolism has kind of slowed that down. But of the first of the ideas I have for a documentary is the documentary that we're working on now is called If Only to Obey, a film on the commands of Jesus in John 14. If you haven't seen the teaser trailer, you can go to our YouTube channel and look at it there. But very quickly, the idea there is that in the Bible, we see 50 commands of Jesus, and then Jesus follows those commands up with John 14:21, where he says, "Whoever has my commands and obeys them, he it is that loves me." And so this idea of, it's kind of important for us as believers to know the commands, and then kind of this obedience piece, which I think we are really lacking, certainly in the Western church. And so we'll be interviewing all kinds of pastors, seminary professors, other theologians, and I am so excited. So still fundraising for that one. We have about $40,000 yet to raise, so you can be praying along that. And then the final piece in terms of the ministry, we've just found out that we're going to be an exhibitor in the Southern Baptist Convention meetings in June in Indianapolis. And of course, I'm excited about that because now by then, of course, we'll have 5 book resources, a lot of other training resources, online training. And so to be able to use that for ministry is something I'm really excited about. So I didn't quite make the 10-minute mark, but you can tell I had a lot to talk about. Thank you again so much, everyone, for partnering with us. Of course, as always, if you have questions about the ministry, please feel free to email me at mike@18catalyst.org. If you have questions, comments, concerns, if there's a resource that you don't see us doing that you think, I think this would be really great, I'd love to hear from you, particularly in the area of our online training courses at equippingdepot.org. We're actually working on a couple of new training courses there as well, but we'd love to hear from you. As always, I'm totally available for a phone call if you're here local in Metro Denver for a soda or a meal of some kind. So thank you all for the time for watching this video, for the time for me to update you guys. Really excited, thankful that my health is getting better, and I'll be coming to your area most likely in 2024. So, of course, I really look forward to, to seeing you personally soon.